friends, Rocky Outcrop here. Let's take a look at shit, I started this with the wrong chat. There we go. Hi friends, Rocky Outcrop here, taking a look at crypto.com's coin, CRO, if you like, versus USDT. So CRO versus USDT, CRO, USDT, crypto.coins.com versus the US dollar. And we are looking at the KuCoin chart just here. And I've got a way of doing this today. I'm just showing everybody the Market Cipher on the go. Now, the Market Cipher from the official source and, of course, the fakie as well. The official one is the lower of the two. The fakie is the higher up one. Now, this is a fakie that's got a couple of adjusted settings on it because I tried to make it more similar to the real one there now. And I just want to show a couple of things just before we dive in, that mostly the overall the same. Okay, the real one comes with, of course, all the support that you get with using that, etc., and you know, the community around it, etc., and the sort of you're rewarding the people that created that one. But the overall in terms of things like the signals being mostly the same, they're mostly the same. Yeah, a couple of little differences. Just here, there was a buy signal actually showed up with a little sort of get out of jail card here on the actual official one, telling you maybe you shouldn't have got into that position, and then it did ditch down the way. So there was a bad signal on the fakie, which was prevented on the real one. So there we go. There's a little bit of niceness for some people. Overall, though, by and large, we're seeing the same thing across the pair of them. Overall here, just for fullness, I suppose we see a little sort of orange signal just there at the lows, and maybe that prevented you from taking that move, which did move up, which we saw in the real one. Okay, so there's me being really fair to the guys that came up with the actual one. Let's just do a quick spot of analysis. We're seeing a green dot here on both the real one and the fake one, followed up by a red dot just there. Maybe it's a little bit premature to get in here on any moves. We might be seeing a retest of this region just at this neckline. That is what this would kind of become at 1818, 0.1818 on the CRO USDT price, where we have got significant support and resistance. So I'm actually going to mark that in right there as a significant area. Look back over to the left just to see how that lines up the way, and we can see that we are getting several confirmations of that as being legit. So that's good to see. Zooming back in on the prices, then we've come on up the way so far. Does this also line up with the Fibonacci? I suspect it probably does, bringing in the Fibonacci tool, drawing it between these 2 points just here, seeing it lines up bang on perfectly with the 236. Perfect, that's what we want to see. So looking down the way towards the 618, where the next region would be at, how does that line up? Looking over to the left, etc., with our next discovered area of confluence, support and resistance, and that's at 1604, by the way. We can see, of course, that did have an impact just there, and bang, oh, there she goes, jobs are good in. That's a nice thing to see. So we've defined a range down below. So if we do drop down below that 1818 area, then it would be trading perhaps down towards that 16 area. Nice move to be had there. Would we go as low as that overall, though? Want to point out that this has been a nice upward movement towards the top side, and this has got a highs and a lows, higher highs and potentially higher lows. You know, potentially higher lows anywhere in here. Would I trade directly towards that zone? Maybe not. Maybe just drag up a little bit just to show you that that's perhaps it would be a better profit taking target. Just a reminder, by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Oh, since I'm giving out reminders, hit the like button, would you? Really would appreciate it. Looking here between the highs that we had and the lows then to discover how far we've come. We've come up, hit the 50% area, dropped back down to the 382. Predictable for outcropticians out there who subscribe to the channel, who see this Fibonacci stuff explained to them, you know, better than anywhere else on the internet. And you know that if you were to have gone down to the 382, that would be where the 236 would be of the inverse Fibonacci of the same overall price dynamic, right? Yeah, of course, we've been through that in the past. That's cool to get extra confirmation on that. Still looking up the way though, and we have got a target up above, and that's that 618 pocket in here. Going to draw this in with a box instead of a line, just so you can see that there. And then before removing this Fibonacci, I'm going to then point out that of course we've got these higher low regions to look out for. 22, 24, for example, would be two profit taking targets beyond the 618, while we actually maybe didn't actually manage to put in any higher highs. But if we look back over the way and we say that if we actually are in if we're in a longer upward trend, then our next targets towards the top side actually line up not too badly with that region of where we had the big previous kind of blow off top over there. And we can see then that this zone over here is your next profit taking zone. That is anywhere between the sort of 28 cents and 32 cents area for us. Now, last thing of note on this, of course, over this chart, looking back the way, this is just the 22nd of February, so this isn't a massive period of consolidation. 24-hour time frame, you can see that is kind of resulted in this double top. You know, you could be looking at this a number of ways, calling that a neckline of sorts, if you will. You could be looking to moves down the way, or you could as well have been looking at the top here and said we had an Adam and Eve, and then subsequently had the full move from it. Maybe we're moving up the way, etc. But what I'm really trying to get at here is that there's this overall range that we're in right now, is a sideways range, more or less, popping down to the 4-hour time frame and drawing this in here with a big old rectangle around this whole thing. You can see this is the general range that we've been in overall. So that's what I would then say is that trading within this zone is least risky compared to aiming beyond it. However, if we are to aim beyond it, I'm going to look towards the prior trend, say that it's towards the top side. I am going to look towards these two regions. I would expect significant pullbacks on this one. The volatility is really, really mad, in which case, as you can see with everything down below as well, then of course profit taking is very, very wise, because you will get a second bite of that cherry is what it looks like, and you could do a good job. Could this ultimately turn out to be an inverse head and shoulders? Yes, it could, in which case, if I'm looking at this last final region in here of the charts and saying that there's a head and shoulders and it had this full length move here, where does it take us to? And it's no surprise to anybody to see that it's going to be somewhere beyond, if we go, well, the neckline, somewhere beyond the 618, up beyond our previous highs. Not quite as high as those targets up above, but it would set you very much along the way towards them. That's the technical analysis for CRO at the minute. This coin has not performed as well as other exchange tokens. Could it catch up across the market? I'm not so sure at the minute in terms of like how well it's done. Quick comparison for people who want to see what similar charts look like. That was the CRO chart. Here, of course, is the BNB chart, and you can see that's obviously had a great deal of success when CRO didn't quite manage to achieve it. Here's the KuCoins tokens chart. Is a similar sort of deal. Great period of success, huge pullback, but you know, maybe a little bit more going on than you have over here on the CRO chart, which for quite a while, despite the fact that it's had that volatility, has had a big deal of sideways price action. Are we just getting to the region where we might start to see a catch up or not? Well, there's various different narratives you can apply. All the best. I'll see you in the next one. Excellent. Dude Man says, perfect, Rocky. Thanks. Well, that was for you, Dude Man. I'll be making a clip out of that as well. So thanks for that one. Right, cool. Right, synthetics coming up next is what was requested by Sean Thomas. By the way, acid was taken. If you do that, you want an O1C, an ERC20 or an Omni address. Thanks for getting back to me. So which one of these is cheaper? Let me just hit the withdraw button so I can figure this out without having to actually, wait for you to respond. I'll just find for your sake, for all our sakes, if we were to go fee with that one, it is $20 if you're looking at ERC20, $28 if you're looking at Omni. Man, I'll give you the ERC20 one since it's the cheaper out of the two. So that's awesome of you to do that. Just be aware that I mean, obviously you're hoping for it to not work out as much as that. That's what the withdrawal is from Binance, obviously, right? So let's just go deposit just here. So that's what the deposit, that's would be if you were doing it from Binance. Obviously you're not. This is the ERC20 address, the ERC20 address for USDT. So there we have it there, right? Thanks so much. That is ERC20 USDT deposit address. That's it in the chat now as well. Excellent stuff. Thank you so much for that. By the way, I appreciate the community that we have here. By the way, there's a community here. This is a community. There is a Discord server. If you want to join that, it's really welcomed. I have a Patreon if you want to support the community, be a part of it in a more hands-on way. You can also go hit the join button there on YouTube and all that good stuff as well if you want to support the community. But what we're doing overall, and it's going to be a long-term thing, is that we're making lifelong friends along the way here with compatriots, comrades in arms, as we all become expert traders. Now, I've got a bit of a head start on you in terms of being an expert trader and all the rest of it, with my years of experience and yada, yada, yada. But I don't foresee that being any sort of hindrance to you having a rapidly increased acceleration towards your own success, the likes of which, we're seeing Sean Thomas out there having accelerated. I would say his acceleration in terms of trading success is probably something in the region of 20 to 50 times faster than what it took me, having had the ability to, you know, benefit from this vast wealth of knowledge that exists out there in the world at the minute, not uniquely from myself, and also because, you know, as you reach a certain time in life where you get a bit more serious about things. And I suppose I have to be honest, I wasn't as serious about trading back when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, but now I'm 36. Things are a little bit different. Got scammers responding to comments on videos. Must be doing something right here, Rocky, if they're trying to plan fish or new people. Reported it. Thanks, Sean. I saw that. Successful reporting as well. The comment disappeared, and I do that so much. I mean, gosh darn it, so much, so many of those guys come along. Man, the amount of Rocky outcrops I've banned from them, and it's not just Rocky outcrop I've banned from the channel, by the way. It's fake BitBoy Crypto, fake that Martini guy, fake Eric Crown, fake Mitch Ray, fake The Moon, fake Crypto, fake, you know, the list is long as your arm of these guys out there. I think I even had a fake crypto zombie on my channel one time, trying to get people to send money after getting in touch with them through WhatsApp. God. Yeah, anyway, doing something right. SNX BTC also making a huge symmetrical triangle, also from a couple of months now. Right, yeah. That was a chat you were having earlier on. Right, let's do the same thing as well here. I'll bring up the chart. First off, we're SNX versus Bitcoin is the proposition here, and we're looking at it on the Binance chart. Let me just hit the auto button. Not the auto ban, as they say in Germany. Right, sound. So we're going to be taking a look at this one. That's the 4-hour chart. This is Synthetics Bitcoin. Do I want to do prep for this one in advance? It seems to me to be fairly straightforward in terms of its TA. Do I already have a whole bunch of stuff on this one? I wonder if I have. I don't think I do, but let me just bring up the chart here anyway to see if I've already got a bunch of drawings in here. I don't right now, but I will do a mixture of TA on this one, just to mix it up a little bit for everybody, for the folks back home, as we like to say, for the folks back home. That's just trying to show off this cross that's not actually happened here, because I'm going to zoom in to get so many pixels up, so you can see that that's right where we are. Okay, decision time is what you could call that, at here at potential double top region. I want to be bullish on this one. I want to be bullish on this one. So close to having retested that 200 after the cross. That's the 1 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, however, right? Yeah, you know, like we've not got that golden cross or anything. Got this just ticked over here though. Yeah, so this is what I want to be positive on it. Like I'm seeing that on the DMI just there. Anyway, here we go. 4 hour time frame. We'll start off on this one, and we'll do it like this, and we'll do it a little something like this. Maybe, Sean, maybe they might be. Luck Nest, please look at fourth. I don't know what fourth is. Is that the ticker? Let's have a yeah. Tradesman says I can see the fourth outside his window. That's funny. It's actually true. For anybody, you can see the fourth outside his window. Firth of fourth, Scottish language stuff here. Firth of fourth. It's such a wonderful thing that he can see outside his window. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. What amazing construction it is. You think the Golden Gate Bridge is good? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet, ladies and gentlemen. What about that for a bridge? You want to see a bridge? Go accept your things, right? Yeah. Look at that. That's a bridge. Yeah, I see. You call